me. Is we all good? Is we all good? Is there any oddities with the capture? Let me just reconfigure the size. Ooh, 2K3 for the moment. I might switch to 2K afterwards, but a lot of my projects on 2K3 have there's a lot of it, so thingamaboogle. I experimented a bit. That's the word. Experimentation. It's something you do. 2K3 has a different battle system. Some of the eventing is a little different. Things change. For the most part, it's very similar to each other. Some of the RTP is different to itself, and yes, we can definitely experiment Kaz. Wow. But yes, this town, it's a one-screen town, as you can see. One screen. Well, it's a lot cleaner now that Nessie and Cherry cleaned it up. You have a side battle system with the new one, so you can move enemies around. And there's animations. You've got side animations as well with poses. And you can have battle animations set to animation types as well. So it's really good. And you've got a lot of course, RTP added in. The battle screens, you can move your characters around, have them, you can change their battle commands, which is really cool and really useful. Terrain, you can make it shallow or deeper field, and you can just mess around with things. It's a little different in various ways, but a lot of its functionality is rather the same. As you can see with this, I've just done random treasures, so that, yeah, it's easy enough. So there's some edits in this one, I think. I haven't really edited much in this one. This is where the I've done some edits, like with the bunk beds and that. It was for, what was it for? Oh no, this one was for the quick game make, the week-long one that I had, and then I made another game, because this one was going to take more than a week to finish. Yeah. World introduction scenes, yeah, simple enough. Yeah, that was the one that I had that one for. That one wasn't anything. Just let me find my, where is it? I have so many games on this computer. I don't even know. Where was it? Where did I put it? Downloads? Nope. Programs? Nope. Users? Nope. I think it's on this one. Yep. ASCII. ARM2K. ARM2K project. Welcome to my projects folder. So many projects. Yeah. Yes, please. Please convert. This one was one a while back. And yes, I see the messages. I see you, Frog Dev. I see you, Eddie. That one's one that I made with somebody else. Just trying to find a good one. That one's Rips and Mac and Blue. Good lord, that one was a bit of a mess. That's an outdated copy of Upon the Brow. That was my take at custom graphics. Does it? Oh, jeez. Let me just check this. Audio. It shouldn't be. Let's put it up full speed. Alright, we'll see if that works. How's that? Is that a bit better? Yeah, the whole idea of that one was earthboundish. Although my flowers were a bit shit. Yay! Oh, wait, that was the Breath of Fire game, yeah. Entries, Eldrin's Curse. This one used the secret RTP. So this is some of the stuff I know that some of you actually use it now that you found it. This is some of the stuff you can do with it. Just wait, there we go. So yeah. And it's pretty easy to edit too. So, yeah, it's just to give you ideas. It's meant to be a much bigger field of, like, graphically, it's a lot larger in scale than the... Wow, that's really badly done. A lot larger in scale than what you usually use, due to the trees and everything. It's just so much bigger in scale, especially with the houses. No, I don't watch Chaotic, I'm afraid. I've heard of him, and I've meant to watch some of his stuff, but I haven't lately. Oh yes, another example of custom. This is my best game ever, guys! I love it! I've got to finish this one of these days. Lonely Hearts is all rips. I ripped the fuck out of this little game. They're really cool rips. Ugh, XP. Well, good on him. Oh, Pepsi, this is just my... This is just my 2K folder. Oh, wait. Let me just, okay, wait a sec. Documents. Okay, alright. I'm just dragging this across. So, here's 2K. 2003. Those are my new ones, since the new ones came out. That's nothing to do with any of that. Here's my Ace folder. Yay! So many fucking games. Oh god, I don't even know what those ones are. Oh wait, no, they're ones I had to download. And that's not including the ones where I'm working with other people either. And that's not even counting my VX ones, which are somewhere who fucking knows where. I've even got a Windows 95 one somewhere. I mean an RPG Maker 95 one somewhere. I'm looking forward to getting MV so I can make MV games. Folders and folders of MV games that never get finished. Yay! Yeah. Uh, Craze and I have a bit in common. That's some more... Whoop. No, we don't want to go making... I did have an XP game. I lost it. That was an example for somebody. Sadly. And then I never felt like going back to it ever again. Oh. I've got a couple of folders like that. I keep naming them like, things like, play these games! And make reviews of... And then I never actually do it. Oh, this is a... Oh, that's, Oh yeah, that's the one I was, started on. I can't even remember the name of it. Oh, Realms. My love. One day I will finish ye. Regular RM95. Old school or go home. I ain't about that life. So, yes, lots of games, hence a lot of experience with mapping shit, especially when it comes to the RTP. Oh, good God. Wait, oh, you've got to see this map. Hey! Yeah, those trees, are... Which ones? Where was it? Zoom in. Those ones? Were there another one? Or are we talking about a different game? It's probably a different game. Oh. Oh, just recolors. I do like recoloring things. Yay, rips and more MTP MTP. Yeah. Oh. Wait. You mean the... I gotcha. You mean those ones? Yeah, I do like them. They're from... I don't know where this chipset is from. I believe it might be one of the RTPs. Super Dante, I think it is. Or ref map. Yeah, it might have been ref map. Yeah, just let me find a good folder to start with. Oh yeah. Oh, I did enjoy this game. What? What am I sending you? The world map? Yep, alright. I'll send that your way after this. Wait, I'll just make a reminder. Send Pepsi Otaku map. World map realms. Alright. The ruin maps. This one was a collaborative game that everybody put forward their hand, and then they had to make a map. So and have something interact on it. So we got a lot of really cool maps by different, you know, everyone just putting forward their own little maps. Like I think this one was from alter ego, and that one was from Dr. Zeno. This one was from me. That one was me. That one was Decky, I believe. Or was it me? I think that one was mine, and then that one was Decky's. And yeah, so if they have a name attached to them, then they were somebody else's. So that one was Little Wing Guy's, and that one was Dez's. That one was Marin. And I just filled out some of them. That one was Decky. And that one was where you get the matches and stuff. Yeah, Decky's a really good mapper when it comes to RTP and, well, to most things actually. A lot of people did really, really well done on these maps. I'm gonna say it, but I recommend playing these games. That's where in times. I am responding to you right now. There's a bit of lag on the stream, which is natural because Australian internet is shit. And now you'll see just how much lag there is on the stream. Yay! Oh yes, I was redoing Here and Now a bit. Just messing with the eventing and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe if you hit refresh, it might resync a little bit better. But yeah, sorry about that. It can't be helped. Yeah. It's a pity, but I'll try and, you know, keep up to date as much as I can. Alright, so... Oh shit, let's not start a new one. Let's get one of these old ones out. That one will do. What kind of graphics did you think about? We can go with the not RTP. Let's try... Nope. Where is it? I know it's in there. Was it that one? Nope. 2? Not that one. 4? I'm dancing around every one except the one I want. Oh. 3. There we go. Knew it was in there somewhere. Alright. What? Level? The fuck? Oh, that was the custom yeah. Yeah, that's alright. Let's see. Tile sets. Okay, never mind then. Give me that other one. Oh, go sleep, Kazzy. Sleep well. So, dungeon exterior. Good night, my love. No, I wasn't going to call you Nessie. Never. I wouldn't do that. Not to you, my dear. Not to you, my dear. Maybe dungeon? Yep, dungeon. Sleep well, me love. Oh, jeez. That was awkward. Yeah. Sleep well. Love you. Okay, so a mountain peak, you reckon? Oh no, it comes from a joke. uh, I sometimes I get into the habit of calling people by names of other people for no reason, and I don't even I can't stop it, sort of thing. So it's like, at one point I was calling everybody Kentona. I even called my mother Kentona, and it was like, who's Kentona? And I'm like, never mind. It's not important. it, it doesn't matter. So yes. Basically what I tend to start with when I'm doing mountains and stuff is I get the basic floor pattern out of the way. So something like that, and then I might go for, you know, something just to do the do. And you wanted a peak, didn't you? So let's varieties that a bit. Varietize, whatever the fuck it's called. And do the thing. Right clicking cuts down so much work, like so much. It's not funny. It that is not the chip I wanted. It cuts down a lot of the annoying having to pick what you're using. I use it all the time, and I get steamed when it's not included as a basic part of RTP, because it makes it so you don't have to go around picking the tiles from the side. So that's already looking pretty alright. Shift clicking, God, I love shift clicking, especially in the newer makers. It's definitely necessary. So let's make this a bit deeper. There we go. Is it not playing? It should be working fine. Alright, it was just... okay. I can... okie dokie then. One thing a lot of people forget about when it comes to flat surfaces is they're all really, really good about making large, you know, outcrops and stuff like that. But they're really bad at remembering that you can also do something more to add a bit more depth to the game, to the landscape. So, whoop, you can always, where it is, do the do. So, whoop. So you can add a little bit more depth by actually making outcuts and just little bobs like that. So if we do one down here, we could... It's really about providing some variation in stuff so that it's not always the same old that you're giving them every time. Just little variations can really help make a map sort of... I was about to say burst. Burst isn't quite the word, But it does add a little more to the feel that the map is more than just that area, especially if you take something off the map. Like if you see here, it's oh, that's so sweet, thank you. It can be, and that's where the shift mapping comes in 2K, in Ace. It can really help you out with that kind of thing, especially with the nope. I try to avoid certain shapes, like, well, it's not so much that it's the shape of a penis. It's the fact that it's all like square, so even something as simple as like indenting the sides a bit can help it make seem a little less like a square. So, you know, I tend to also like not I'll add trees. I do the ground first. So, tend to do the ground and the lay work first, so that when it comes time to do the trees and whatnot, it looks a bit more Alright, shift mapping time. Actually, it'll do. Well, sometimes you can't help it with some of the shapes that come in. You know, sometimes shapes just want a shape. Alright, so we've got our basic layout. We can now start adding little things like decorations. Don't overdo it with the decorations, but don't underdo it. So you can, like, I like to keep in mind lines. So anything along that line and that line, I'll try to make something a different shape to that. So using a rock or something is too similar in shape. I'd probably use something like this along that line, the axes. So it's usually the axes that are the thing that I look for or look to change. When it comes to placing things. So I wouldn't put something like that right there. I'd put it somewhere around here-ish, just off a little, so that it doesn't look like you've got lines of stuff. So like if I put that here, it looks, you see straight away with your eyes that that's in a line, and it just seems like too much, and suddenly like the same thing, replication. It's just a little something to look out for, things that are the same shape. Oh, summit. Wait a sec. Let me check. Hello? No? Wait a sec. Show me the money! Oh, you meant like a mountain up. That's easy enough. Well, I thought you meant the top of the mountain. Like so. Like if you want, I tend to block off areas that you don't want people to go, cause people are stupid. No, okay, that sounds very mean. How I said that. Players can be very not so much stupid as determined to go where they're not supposed to. They like to explore, and so if you let them explore in places, they'll get disappointed if the place they think they can go, they can't go. So, and that creates a negative emotion in them, as I've noticed from my own self. But that's a basic, just little summit. Favorite games. I'm not really sure. I mean, there's Arafel. I wouldn't say it's a favorite. I'd say it's something that I accept as being incredibly pretty. A bit too pretty. Sunset over Imdal is one that I always recommend to people. Heroes Realm, love Heroes Realm. Beautiful Escape Dungeoneer is something I always recommend to people. It's not because it's a favorite game, but it's a game that really had an impact, and so I always recommend people play that one for the impact, even though it's not really the best game out there. Oh jeez, I'm forgetting every game. I do have some, but I just can't remember them at the moment, which is very strange. Oh jeez, I liked Star Stealing Prince. I wouldn't call it my one of my favorites, but I did enjoy it. Name names at me, I'll tell you whether I've played most of the games on RMN. Well, a lot of them anyway. Alright, when it comes to mapping anything, the first thing that I start with is the floor. And the base sizes. So for a peak of a mountain and stuff like that, I tend to start with getting the floor and the general design. So if I know I want something leading up to somewhere, then I'll probably make a path, and then I don't really build mountains much because I'm not a big fan of them, and they can be very annoying when it comes to things like height. So what I tend to start with is the bottom layer and then build up. So it's things like okay, this is going to be the bottom layer, and then I'll slowly build up on top of it over and over again until I get a layered piece of good looking mountainhood. Oh, mountains are fine, but I'm much more a foresty type girl myself, and towns. I'm very town oriented. I like me some townage. So if we go like this, and then add that over there, and then add that up there. Okay, so we've got our first base. Add a bit of grass in. Wait, is this one? This one doesn't have the edits. Normally I'd have some sort of edits where I could use the grass underneath the cliffs and then use an upper tile version of the cliff bottoms to actually just put them under, so it looks like the grass grows under the cliff, or up to the cliff at least. But yeah, currently I'm not using one of those. So next up is trying to figure out what exactly you want on the mountain. So if you want like a little town or something, I'd probably have a first part leading up to the gate or area that teleports to the town, and making another area leading off to more of the dungeon. So I'd probably grab something like this and just outline what exactly I want. So something like that, and then close that off like that, and then up there like that. So that way would lead to the town, and this way would lead to the dungeon. So then I'd just be like, yeah brah, fill this shit in, man. Just fill that shit in. But yeah, I recommend always starting with the ground tiles and then building your way up to the top tiles and so forth. because otherwise you get into a position where you have done that, you've started with the top tiles, and then you realize you need to do more stuff with the bottom tiles. And especially in Ace, it can really stuff you over to mess with the bottom tiles after you've done the top tile stuff. And it's like, no, why? And it just drives you crazy. It drives me crazy. God damn it. So just doing the do. Do that. Give me some steppages. And this we can make into we can't do that. Oh well, we could actually. If we go if we go like that, the thing you need to do is keep in mind the heights. So we've used one height here, well 2 tiles high here, so that's 2 tiles high there, but we're going to need to cut it up on this side and actually keep in mind that this is going to overjut onto this because it's the same height as over here. Yeah, they kind of do. It's the I don't really like the color scheme for this one. I tend to edit it myself so that the browns don't all just blend in together. But it's just the way they is. So that one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can add a top, make it pretend. But yeah. Least favorite game on RMN? Most of the ones that I don't like are no longer on RMN because they were very, very bleh, extremely and thus got the boot. Like, yeah. That's just gonna annoy me. There we go, that's better. So yeah, most of the ones that I didn't like have basically left RMN for good. So then we can add the grass in. Always remember when adding grass and stuff that grass will not grow in areas where people walk, because people will just keep when you walk on grass, it tends to I know those stairs aren't the best at all. But yeah. Bit of shift mapping there. I'm just doing it roughly. You could probably make a... I do miss the edgings on things that Ace has when it comes to things like the side of roads and stuff like that. Maybe something like that. But yeah, that's a general, you know, cliff. So you come up here. I know I don't like the stairs that much either. I guess we could use ropes, but that wouldn't really work for where's the ropes? There's no ropes. And this is what edits are for. No, I just get music in my head and have to sing it. I'm very bad at it. Well, at getting songs always in my head. It is always in my head. So, yeah. Stalagmites, the trees of the mountain. Alright, I guess that's, like I said, mountains aren't really my, ain't really my favorite thing. Don't forget the greenery. Ooh, usually I'd have made like more than a couple of edits to things like ground tiles and stuff like that. It comes with a lot of practice from like well, I've been RPG making since '98, so yeah. A lot of practice. So and you know, you get people like Blind Mind and that who just blow your mind with the amount, with the kind of mappings they make and stuff like that. Anyone who does RPG Maker stuff, I really recommend that they get what's it called? What is it called? I really recommend that they get the RTP and just edit the fuck out of it. Like, do a lot of editing, just practice mapping, get some, you know, look up some tutorials online, even just mapping stuff. Wait a sec. Let me get my... Nope, wrong one. Yep, okay. Okay. Give me that. Alright, let's just check out 2K. I think... Wait, just let me close that one. Is that okay? Can you see that? Yeah, I was pretty bad at editing when I first got to it. I absolutely hated editing, and then it's really, really helpful. Like, you have no idea how helpful it is, not only with color theory and learning how to use the tiles properly, but it's really, really worth doing. Like, those little flowers, they're just a tiny minor edit. They're from here. I just took out the background and now I can use them on grass. It's just a small edit, but it makes a big difference in how a game can look. Those little grass spots came from... Where is it? Came from here. And because the grass and the ground isn't the same, I just edited out the background, and now they can be used on any ground. And it makes a huge difference in just minor things. Like, I drew these little flowers. They're not really appropriate for the town, for this cave. Whoops, I just found a mapping error. They're not really appropriate for the cave, but, you know, they're not hard to make. They're just pixels. This stuff, really, really easy to just map together. It's just a couple of colors, and it just makes the whole thing, the scene, look a whole lot better. like I said before, let's see if I can find it. Like here, like I said before with the cliff tiles. Well, it's worth learning to do because later on you can do it and you'll know what you're doing. Because there will be times where you'll want to change a tile and you'll be like, oh, I can't do that because I don't know how. But if you actually start small and build your way up, eventually you'll be making like your own tiles and just editing the fuck out of things, just small things every now and again, just to make your game look a lot better and more highly polished. Like, see, those water tiles, normally you'd just have, normally it'd just be these tiles. And they've got, dirt underneath them. But now that, I edited out the dirt, which is really simple to do, you just take an eraser and just find the different colours and, remove them. And then move it to the second thing. I can use them over water, over grass, and it helps a lot. It really does. And it doesn't take much time to learn. It's just a matter of finding what you want to do and then slowly building up to it. And then eventually you get to things like, let's see. Yes. Let me see. What's that one? Nope. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit of a sore throat. Oh dear, I'm turning into a frog. Let's see. Where are they? My RPG 2K folder. Yay. Alright. That one's rips. Oh, that's that one. This is one of my first games. Yeah, you can tell. I slowly tried to go back and fix it. And then I broke it to pieces. Yay! Final Fantasy fan game, anyone? Don't. At least the world map's dead on. Yay. Except not. Never mind. Was that it? Nope. I'm trying to find a specific game. Oh, that was that one. Not that one. Not that one. Here we go. Love's Requiem. Wait. What the fuck? Hello? Oh, that was an old oh my god. Oh. Oh dear lord. No, I meant like a real frog. Like Freddo Frog. Like, Kermit the Frog. Okay, so once you learn to edit, you can really do a lot of things. Like, this town in the mountains sort of thing. Welcome back! We're still talking about edits. Just small stuff, like this one had customized town images based on what the towns looked like when they were built inside them. So, and not only that, it's a lot of recoloring and just editing tiles, but it makes it look a lot different to how it normally would. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feeling. Is your name Credit? Fredit? Reddit? Credit? 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 Why, Brain, why you no worky? Kermit! So yeah, see, you can do... Okay, those were rips. Edited rips, but rips nonetheless. So things like this. It doesn't look as impressive like that, but it is pretty okay. It's decent. I wouldn't call it my best work ever, but some people like it. That is actually a Mac tile, one of the secret hidden ones. Ooh yeah, you didn't know there were secret hidden ones, did ya? Or this tower city that still needs a bit of work on it. Huh? Tiles on the roof of simple things can, you know, change a lot of how something looks. Secret tiles. Oh yeah. The Mac and Blue had some edits that were made. This was one of them. That tower is a city. Or is supposed to be. I haven't made the inside yet. It took a lot of work. But yeah, so there were some tiles that were made that are kind of secret for Mac and Blue. That was one of them. A4 tiles, A4. Oh, RPG Maker. Oh, this is RPG Maker 2000, by the way. It's a lot more simple than the 2K3, with a lot less. I was so proud of my edits. Yes, I edited all this stuff. I mean, they're rips from Fire Emblem, but I did a lot of editing to them to make them work. Oh yeah, I haven't done all of them yet. Yeah, again, there's like just stuffs. So many edits. But it adds a lot of personalization to the game. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, you mean these type things? Yeah, because they're under hero and they're full blocks, so they don't have the background missing. I did shorter chairs. They're much shorter. I did bigger chairs. They are much bigger. Whoop. You know, just stuff. Where's that one thing? Terrell? No, Bar. No, it wasn't Estellas. It was Ismund. The barrack grounds. Yes. Barracks left, barracks right. Training grounds. So things like training dummies and stuff like that. really, really helped out by just learning how to edit stuff. What else do I have here? Map. Oh, map. This was made for a mapping. God damn it. This was made for a mapping challenge on Gaming World. We used to have those a lot, where you'd make a map based on a theme and you'd be playable about it. Oh, that was the background that was just used to hide as a blockage to the bookcase. The top part was bookshelves, so it looked like there were bookshelves behind the wall, but I needed something to block them so you couldn't walk along them, because on the wall in 2K3 and 2K you can walk under the wall by one tile. So because the character sets are higher than the tiles, so the tiles are 16 by 16, the character sets are 32 by 24. So you've got like another another 16 tiles on top of the normal. So unlike Ace, where if you walked under the first tile of wall, you'd be hidden because your character sets are usually 32 by 32, which is the same as the wall tiles. In this case, you could show your head above it, and just walk underneath it and still have your head shown, so you know where you are. Which I miss so much in the new makers, being able to trigger or tag a wall as walking underish, underable, able to walk under. I miss that so much. Yeah, me miss. Poetry? Nope. Noughts and crosses? Oh yeah, my first game. Shining Destiny. My other first game. Yay. Well, one of my first games. Yeah, that map was big. We had to make a map for a challenge, and I made it. Oh, okay. So you guys don't think that I am just showing you all the really good stuff that I've made over the years? This is the first map, the first game I made in 2K3. So, sorry, in 2K. This is the first game I made in... Why is it not working? No! Why? Wait, let me fix this shit. I don't know how to fix this shit. Shit! Well. You didn't get to... Oh, well, there's my forest. They were all blocked. They're all blocked. So you have to walk around and behind and under and behind and all that just to get to a treasure chest. That was what my idea of a forest was. My inn is not so bad, I guess. My city completely ripped and with 5 whole houses. Wow. I'm missing some graphics, it seems. But yeah, oh, and my world map, of course. Wait, is that my world? That's not the world map. There's the world map. Wonderful. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So yeah, you start up here, you go down here, you walk all around here, there's the forest, you go down here, and you can't go anywhere else. But yes, that was my first town map. Wow. Wow. Wonderful. I'll just show you what the orchard I could easily redo. It's It's definitely something. Wait a sec. Dungeon? Nope. Inner. Nope. Facade. Inner world. Okay, maybe that should help. There we go. There's my town. Yay! How that was my orchards. And I had like 5 maps, oh, well, 3 maps of it. And it was buggy as fuck. And yeah, houses. At least I can say my houses weren't horror bad. I mean, there's still a lot of wasted room there. And that was supposed to be a tent. Yes. Well, we all learn at different paces. And it oh jeez. I really just wanted to use the the Breath of Fire stuff. Yay! Caves! Look at my wonderful wall making! Yay! Oh god. And the mix and match of graphics and the huge room. Wonderful, wonderful times. Wonderful. Oh dear god. Oh yeah, and this was the dream world. Yeah, so did you want any other mapping stuff? Or I forget sometimes that these older games existed. I should really call it for the day. Well, I have been working. A castle? Well, I can but try. Depends on the type of castle you want. Like I said, I'll just be dealing with the base graphics, so that's gonna be a thing. Let's see. Exterior. Alright, so as with anything, the first thing you want to do is floor. So let's make this map a bit smaller. 25 by 25. I'm not very good at castles, I gotta say. I tend to cheat. When it comes to castles, I have to admit I cheat. What I do is I have like the facade, the front part, and then you just walk straight into inside the castle. So you don't actually see the castle itself. But I can try. I can but try. Okay, so that's the way in. First things first, you're going to want a gate of some kind, because castles were all about defense. I can try this, but I'll probably go to sleep shortly. So there was usually the big old wall. Just trying to work out the details. See, normally I'd have I'd edit the fuck out of this stuff so that I could probably use it properly. A gate with no walls between? Huh? Huh? Wait a sec. Dunk, dunk. Dunk. Dunk, dunk. Okie dokie. Oh, there we go. Up. Maybe bring that down a little. I don't exactly know what's going on in that castle. That's a very different kind of castle. The graphics are cool though. Like I said, I don't really... I'm not very good at like full castles. I see what you mean. Yeah, even my mapping has limitations, and I'm afraid that's one of mine. I guess what you could do is try and think of the idea of the layout of a castle. Usually it's... Okay, let's talk... Okay, new map. Alright, let's talk layout. This might help. I don't know if this will help or not, but we're gonna try. Okay, so castles usually have a specific type of layout when you think of them. So very most of the time they're very much square defenses. Yeah, looking up references is always a really good idea when you're making a map. Keep in mind that for all that you can look up references, don't think about keeping it 100% just like that reference. We're limited in RPG Maker by the tools that you use. So if you can't do graphics yourself, like you can edit. Like, if you're not actually an artist who can actually create your own graphics from scratch, you're limited by the chips that you're going to use and edit. If you are using a certain maker, you might be limited in the type of imagery that you're creating and the type of color scheme and stuff like that. So you have to keep that in mind when making realistic type things. Secondly, there's also the point of view. More often than not, the tiles that we use are 3/4 point of view, which means that you see the top as well as the front part. So usually, yeah, so you're going to see the front. and the top part. Usually, if you're looking at a castle dead on, all you're going to see is the wall. You won't be able to see on top of the part. So it's a 3/4 point of view, basically. It's not quite 3/4 because you get the full length of it. It's to do with like vanishing points and stuff like that. So there's going to be some niggling things that you're just not going to be able to replicate 100%. You can try, and if you have the artistic or if you have the ability to do so, then all power for you. Go for it. Do try. But if you can't, then don't fret too much. A semblance is more than enough, especially if you've got a plan for the castle. Like if you're expecting a dungeon or something like that, then of the outside part, you can make it a crumbling castle with different areas cut off and ramparts. Oh, what I recommend doing is looking up examples of other games that have done the same thing. What I'd recommend in this case is checking out Terranigma, especially Bloody Mary's castle. My god, Bloody Mary's castle is amazing. You climb around on the roofs. You go on the old ramparts. You even go diving in the sewers and stuff like that. It's really worth checking out to see some examples of what you can do. Yeah, destroyed areas can be a bit difficult because you are limited in the amount of destructed stuff. You can always take tiles and add cracks and stuff through them, remove, like with wall tile, you can remove bricks from them. So if you took that, you could remove like one of those, that brick there, and then maybe redraw it down here so it looks like it's fallen out. You know, just little touches and stuff really help sell a map. So Bloody Mary, I'd recommend checking out her castle. Wait, let me see if I can get it up here. VG Maps Bloody Mary's castle. Not sure if you guys can see that, but you might. Okay, so wait, that's not it. Ah, Sylvian Castle. So there's a lot of different areas and stuff like that where you can, oh well, here's a few examples. You can go into the fountain, there's the portrait room, you can run around in the throne room, there's the library, places where you run on chandeliers and stuff like that, bedrooms, other areas, the dungeons, up on the roofs themselves, climbing vines, in the sewers, again jumping on chandeliers, and then the boss fight down in the absolute dungeons. There's a lot you can do in that castle. There's also yeah, it's well worth checking out. I'm trying to think of another castle. Dragon Quest 3, I think. Wait, Dragon Quest with Tiger. Saber-tooth Tiger. Bah humbug. Saber-cat. Dragon Quest 5. Oh, well, take a look at your environment and try and think of things that you can do to interact with the environment. You don't have to do puzzles, but interaction. Think more interaction and less puzzles. So maybe climbing up. Oh, that's not so bad for a ruined area. Maybe try climbing up onto rooftop areas so that you have to get to another area, climbing under tables that are broken, or jumping over tables. Make use of the area that you've got around you. So if you wait, let me see. No. If we go to here, well, you can do puzzles. You can do puzzles if you want to. So if you do want to do puzzles, I'd recommend checking out Lufia games, especially Lufia 2. It's very, very big on puzzles, and the puzzles it includes are really, really good, interesting puzzles. One thing you can do is give tools during the puzzle that changes things, like well, it's a bit like the key. You know, you find a key, you open the locked door with the key sort of thing, except make it a bit more varied. So maybe you've got to light all the torches in a certain room. Maybe there's a secret passage that you've got to knock down with a bomb in order to progress. Perhaps you've got to find and solve a riddle by bringing a certain item to a ghost. Perhaps there's an NPC who will give you something if you get them something. Perhaps there's a well that you've got to climb down and battle your way through in order to find the secret logbook that allows you to find out the secret password for opening the chest that gives you the veil of the bride, who is a ghost and wants it back in order to give you the tell you where the secret is. Maybe there's just treasure chests and you've got to climb ropes and jump over rooftops and, you know, to get to them. Maybe there's like in Sylvan Dungeon there's 4 gems that you have to find to unlock the special dungeon room. And even then, you have to drop a chandelier onto the floor to crash through it in order to open the dungeon so that you can jump down and go and fight the boss. So one of them is hidden in a chimney. You have to crawl through the chimney. It's a game gameplay mechanic that was used before to climb under tables. You can climb under tables, you can climb under small half things. So stuff like tables, desks and that, you can climb under them to get through passageways that are blocked off. And in this case you climbed in a chimney to find the black opal. Then later on you had to turn on a switch to get fresh water flowing in the pond so you could go in there and get the sapphire from in there. Well, pacing is a big part of game making, so the idea is you want to, if you want to make a longer dungeon, that's easy enough to do. You can make things that take more than one step to get through. An hour-long dungeon can be a bit of a stretch. Don't make all your dungeons that long. Things like, I don't know, finding the wings of well, maybe you've got to collect feathers from different areas to build the wings of Icarus to let you fly up to the top of the mountain, and you need 12 of them, so you've got to go and do 12 different things in order to get them. Maybe one can be found in the nest of a dragon, so you've got to find a way to get into the nest without waking the dragon. or put the dragon to sleep. See you, Pepsi. I'll send you that thing, don't worry. But yeah, think about things that you can do and add to games, you know. Alright, my throat is just about raw, so I'm going to leave it, but hopefully you got a few ideas out of it. Just think about how you can, what your story points are, what you can add to it in order to make the story, you know, even if you can expand your story some way. Like, character-driven dungeons, they're always a thing. They're always a good thing too, because it gives your character more information about them, and it helps them get to know the characters a bit more. Oh, sorry. Wow, yawn. Or just focus it around a single idea. Decky's really good at making dungeons, and he usually comes up with ideas. Like, one of them was an elemental based dungeon where you could move a golem around, and it had to go through lava, and then it had to go through across water lakes to collect things for you so you could progress. And you'd be the golem. You wouldn't be able to fight as the golem, but there are some areas that you could go that the golem couldn't, and vice versa. So it could break rocks to allow you to pass through to different areas that it couldn't go. So when it broke a rock, you'd turn back and then you go and go to the area that you wanted to go. That's another thing. Divide your party up into groups. Wild Arms 1 did that really well, where you had 3 characters in your party for the main game, and then at the end there was this about mid-end there was this tower, and it divided you into everybody by themselves, and you had to turn on switches and do certain things as each character and swap between them in order to progress. So stuff like that can really help pump out a dungeon too. You could look into, if you really want to make a really long dungeon, Lufia 2 has the 100 floor randomized dungeon, which is a lot of fun to play. But that one takes a couple of hours. Anyway, think about what fits for your game, what kind of dungeon you want to make, and then build something around that can take time. I'm gonna head off now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, we had a bit of trouble with certain things, like, you know, Ace and Minecraft, and I will see you all sometime in the future, near future. Until then, take care, and I'll probably catch you all up on Slack sometime. Yeah, you and me both, Frog. Alright, so I'm going to stop streaming. Stop streaming. I'll be in chat for a second, so anyway. Alright, so thanks, and I'll catch you later. Bye!